Oh yeah, this is just sweet.
Flip that window open.
I listened. I did.
That's why you had success, is because you listened to me.
I just drove out to my spot and I may have missed it, but
You don't always listen to me, but you have success when you do listen to me.
I think. Right about there is where they pop out.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
This way. So there's another plot the same size on the other side.
All right, it might be a long day today heading over to Phil's farm. I mean, these juices are just to hydrate. They got amino acids in there. And this is my coffee, since I don't drink coffee that much anymore. So that's kind of my coffee. More water to hydrate. Might be a long day, you never know, we'll see. Well, I wish I had Phil's energy, that's for sure. That's pretty. You gonna load that one on my trailer?
Sure, $3 grand. No, actually, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll be in there for 3.
No.
Your base, and then this is the next step, and then we'll show the final product.
I just want to see his design. Base is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a porch or not. It kind of makes things easier, but he's going to have more of steps than a ladder. Oh, he's got to throw forks on there. Let's help him with that quick. Carports are all brand new. We did all this creek stone gravel. That's what we need to do. Booyah! Yeah, I got it a little fast. All right, great news. While I'm over at Phil's, we both got a downpour. So first it missed us, and then Sharon's like, nope, it missed us. And then check this out.
Well, that was a good call, holding out. Yeah, it actually looked like it was going to miss us. Yeah. That's okay. We really need some rain. It was just so dry. And I know Joe's trying to get his fields going. So that's okay. I'm working in the house.
Then we got another downpour. I put in 2 new plots, fertilized them, and then I also overseeded in one area that I had overseeded on the last rain. So fingers crossed, we might be winners this year. We'll see. We got someone new to the Felipe family, huh? Who's this little girl? Another little chocolate lab to hang around with Riddick. Nice, cute, very cute. All right, we're gonna take a ride and check out Phil's setup, his first bank spline setup, his food plots. So we'll get an update on how his stuff is doing. we did get some rain. He got some rain in the nick of time, so we'll go check his stuff out. Yeah, he had to park the buggy under today. He had fertilizer back here and it started pouring on us, but we'll take it.
So I've put the equivalent of 100 pounds of nitrogen and 80 pounds of potassium and 80 pounds of phosphorus per acre on these green plots, and it really paid off.
I got a guy there, Mr. Bill, keeps busting my balls about nitrogen is a waste of time and blah blah blah, and I said it ain't gonna hurt anything. Having extra, even if I had my soil test and it said I was totally even on the N and the P and the K, whatever, I'd still put fertilizer on just because it'll make me feel better.
Yeah, but you'd only put on 3 pounds.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
You always put fertilizer on, you just don't put enough on. When I put it on,
yeah,
I put it on.
Yeah, you do.
I wanted it to jump up and canopy, and it paid off.
I can't wait to see it here in a minute. Now we're talking greens now.
We're talking greens.
Yeah.
We're talking greens. This corn and beans has had 0.
Well, that's about what my beans look like on your outside there.
Yeah, the inside's thicker and fuller.
Yeah, nice.
That now has wheat on it. But for first year, it doesn't look too bad.
Wasn't you had just planted this when it was
little bitty.
Yeah, it was barely chia pet when I came last.
That was what, a week and a half ago or so?
I don't know, man. Every day.
Those brassicas are pretty thick, but they're in here hitting it.
Really? Already?
Oh my gosh, they are tearing it up. The other little plot that's the same size.
I don't remember that pond being that nice.
Oh, I just dug it out with a shovel.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
a baby shovel.
Nice.
This week. So there's another plot the same size on the other side, and last night I had 7 deer in it.
Wow. Nice. So is there grains in here, or is it straight brassica?
No grains. Okay. No grains. This is all straight brassica. So it's a full rate of brassica. Actually, it's a heavy rate of brassicas, rape, turnips, radishes, and it has a full rate of clover in it, so that in the spring, when these are all gone, it'll be a full clover patch. And then
that's exactly what I did yesterday. I finished up after me and you talked. I did that exact same thing. Only difference is I did put wheat as a layer.
yeah, I mean, for years, farmers, and they still do, they just use red clover as a cover crop for the winter because it comes back in the spring. But I did it, and I have other clovers in there too. I got a mix I like to use. But the reason is I either A, I've got a cover crop till I put the buckwheat in, or B, because we don't know what time allows, if I go back to work or whatever, something of that nature, I can let it go and it's good all summer, and it's got food for the deer. It's always there, and it's not that expensive to have it an automatic cover crop for the spring. Kind of the same as planting soybeans they tell you, oh, these are more palatable to deer. The problem is sometimes they eat you out of house and home, and then you don't have them for the winter. So how about something that's a little less palatable? They'll eat some of it and leave some for the winter to grow pods.
Right. Another beauty.
Now there was 7 deer in this plot, all within frame of the camera at one time.
So much for the old, they wait till they freeze till they start hitting brassica.
It's been proven that the sugar content does not go up a significant amount by having by a frost. They're the same almost from start to finish, enough so that it doesn't really matter. They will eat anything that's green and tender and go from there.
You got any hard horns yet?
Hard horns? No.
Still all velvet?
Still all velvet. I just put some forehead gland on that yesterday on all my rope scrapes, so we'll see if they start hitting it or not.
Sweet.
I'm in between on putting that Banks blind right here.
Okay, so this is the plot we are at right now. So right now we're sitting right here. So he was debating on putting the Banks blind right here in this still hayfield, or what you'll see us look at next.
So I can sneak in the back and go, or if I go halfway down the plot on the right-hand side, the east side of the plot, so that it's always good for wind. I'm kind of in between right now.
Now, did you stagger these last 3 we looked at? Were they all the same planting time?
All the same day. All the same day.
Well, yeah, you hit the rain. I mean, just
I mean, look at
that. Yeah, you
look
hit
at
the
this.
rain.
It is 2 weeks out. I mean, the buckwheat's a little bit taller.
There's buckwheat in there.
Because I always put a little buckwheat back in because they'll hit it. They'll hit it. Now there is a little bit of wheat in this one. I think I did put a little bit of wheat in there in this one, just to give a little extra tonnage, something maybe. Oh no, it was oats. I had an old bag of feed oats. It's probably a year to 2 years old, been stored in a airtight container, and you can store seed.
Can't wait till mine pop, man. They're gonna pop now with the rain we've got.
And I'm trying to decide if I want to put that blind like right here-ish. And then when they come through, I've got the pinch, because if they come out and they don't work through soon enough, I may be caught. That I'll have deer in the plot, and I'll be trying to sneak out of here as
It'd be
opposed
nice
to here.
to know. You could start trying it now. So you got your downhill that way and this way. It'd be nice to know which way the thermals are going to go on this spot in the evening. That would be really nice to know.
They're gonna go that way.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
Well, no, yes I do, because we're below the crest. We're below the crest. We're not flat. We're below the crest. That's west. That's gonna be our predominant wind. It's gonna pull. It's equally distanced down.
Right, well.
I mean, a long flipping way.
Well, I know, but like I said, I've had one where it was deeper this way. It pulled the thermals in the evening. So let's say you had...
Because it was pulling it that, because it was steeper that way than this way.
Yes, exactly.
I understand what you're saying.
That, yeah.
My contention is I wanted to be here. I'm second guessing myself. If I'm back there, I'm out of the wind. I got better ingress egress to sneak in if there's deer in the plot.
Yeah.
I got it, and they're gonna feed through and go to the corn and beans. So I'm gonna get a bow shot most of the time from that position. But if they do hang up, if I'm a little farther here, I'm good. I have predominant, if I hunt this on a west wind, then it's going to blow, as long as I'm over 5 mile an hour or even 4 mile an hour, it's going to carry that over the top of them. Even if they're bedded down behind me, it's still going to roll over the top of them before it gets down into the bottom. So it's one of those.
I don't know, if for my 2 cents, I'd put your tower up there and maybe put a ladder or 2 down here.
Well,
as a backup.
that was my original thought, was to put a ladder down here to hunt early season when it's too hot to be in a blind, and try catching them right here, like that tree right there. Put one right there.
I think that's a walnut.
That is a walnut.
Yeah, that's a walnut.
A lot of walnut here.
Oh man, nice.
Lots of walnut here.
I can't believe they didn't strip it all with
well,
the logging.
they did about 7 years ago. Those will be. That's not a real valuable tree right there, but it'll in 10 years. There's going to be some significant timber value back on this property, because they did not take everything, and there's a lot on the other side that never got to. But so hunting from here, it's 50 yards out to where they pop out on this trail up here. They feed right in front of this camera every night. They're coming through, but they're passing through still. They're not hanging up. They're not skittish yet, and we can go from there. But being on the other side is the wrong side, because you're definitely going to have wind blowing down the hill and up the hill. I think with the thermals, I don't think that the thermals can pull all of your scent away with a west wind this direction. It'd be nice if they could, but they won't. There's no trees suitable for getting a blind in, but that's where they're popping out, right there every night.
Where, right here, right there?
Right there, down that trail.
The trail, okay.
It's funny, my grandpa told me that deer will take the path of least resistance, and he's right. They will. You cut trails like that, they walk them all the time. I got an interior camera in there, and all day long they're moving around back in there, all day long.
You been spraying this road or just driving it?
I have sprayed it a couple of times. If I got the sprayer and I got a little extra, I try to just spray the center. I've been brush hogging a little bit. Just trying to keep it knocked back. I got my parking spot set up right there. I'm going to park there and walk up to the blind. Although the blind is set up for rifle season, I can drive my golf cart right up to the blind and park it underneath the blind.
Oh, nice.
You will see. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a... You see all the wheat seed that's down, we put in. So on 8 acres, we put down 1,700 pounds of wheat seed.
Oh, wow.
I put it all, 35 bags. But it's tasseled, 2 ears. It's not going to be a great corn crop. It just went in way too late. Put it in just as it got dry, but it'll suffice. I wanted the cover, and it's going to give me cover to slip in and out of here. If I want to cut me a trail through the center of the corn to get up there, in case there's deer bedded over here. Now I'm going to knock this down so that I don't have them hanging up out here and can't get a shot. And I'm going to brush hog a little bit up here so that anything that's trying to pass through just the corn has to come out in the opening. I get the brush hog on and knock a little bit of this down so I've got a window to work on. But there's brassicas coming in. Now these brassicas were just broadcast and laid on top of the dirt.
Yep.
And no fertilizer, and you can see the difference between the other
At
one.
least you got germination.
But we did get germination. We did get germination, and they'll take off.
I mean, you know, like you said, you got 5 acres of corn and beans, and then you're gonna have 5 more acres of brassicas and wheat and whatever else you put in here.
Yeah, and somehow, yeah, so there's wheat in here on the corn. This, you can see I knocked it down so I could get to it to get a better spread on my brassicas. I tied a fence post before the blind was here, tied a rope and drove circles for my inner circle, and then extended the rope the distance I wanted. So I'm at 10 and 25 inside this circle, and I'm going to come back and brush hog this now that the brassicas have germinated. Brush hog that down so this is a nice clean area.
Oh, I can't wait to see mine starting to pop soon. Very soon.
And I can fit.
You could fit
The
your
buggy
buggy
right
right
under
under here. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Oh yeah, I like this. This is totally sweet.
Yeah, so the steps are set up so you can have big bulky boots. You got to pick your foot up a little bit
yes.
more. But it's a true stair. It's not a ladder stair. It's a true stair.
Nice. Now we're talking. What's that patch over there?
That is straight clover.
Clover? Okay.
That's my 5
Oh yeah.
5 species mix.
Your bucks, them bucks are gonna be in that clover. I guarantee it.
I don't like
guarantee
disking
it.
through that area. There's some swales and it just messes with me.
Sketchy. Yeah.
And so I decided one last time, I put it all in clover, be a nice patch. Some of this will be knocked down that way. Sit in the chair because he used to give me hell for not having a Jamie got a brand new.
Oh, nice. Can I come hunt your farm this year?
How about we just put some stands up
If
in
I
your
can get
place?
you to come over, that'd be awesome.
I'll give you a material list and a pre-check to-do list.
I'll do it.
Do you want them painted or you want to just put them up raw?
I don't need them like this. We could just throw some camo breakup
You
paint.
can do whatever you want. If you want them black, you paint all the wood before I get there.
I'll do it. I'll have everything ready and we'll get to work. Oh yeah, this is just sweet.
Flip that window open. Now, I may have misjudged. I thought it was 100 yards that way and then 100 yards that way, and I don't think it's 100 yards that way.
You could be right.
I mapped it on X-Hunt, and then I just drove out to my spot, and I may have missed it by about 25 yards, I think. But I don't know if you can see. So let's see if I can do this.
right about there is where they pop out.
That corner down there.
That corner out there. You see them two trees that look like a goalpost?
Yep. Yeah.
There's actually two trees. No, that's it. It's between so there's a 2 tree on the left and a single tree on the right. That's where they pop out. There's a trail that comes out.
Oh, nice.
They come out there. They come out there.
So did you notice when you put the stand up, did it affect them at all?
Yes, it actually did. They have slowed down.
Yep.
I was getting pictures right through there every night, and it has come to a complete halt. So they are still getting used to it.
Okay.
The only difference is they're still in the field. They're going around along that field edge more now.
Okay.
Right now as they're coming through, but they'll come back.
No, they will. Yeah.
They'll come back because this is a ridge.
Clover a chance to grow maybe a little better.
Yeah, well, we're on a ridge. This is a high ridge. It's downhill that way, and this is a ridge, and they've always traveled it. I talked to one of the neighbors, this was his cousin's place, and he deer hunted here, and he said that they walked this ridge, even when it was just pasture. Yeah, see, I went through and I
Yep, you sure did.
blacked it out from that point up.
Nice. This is all good, man. So yeah, I've been messaging a couple guys that are serious hunters about possibly leasing, and I said, you know, it ain't cheap, and I told them what I thought I could get, and they're like, man, that's crazy expensive, blah blah blah. I said, how many other farms are you gonna lease? Now granted, I'm behind the power curve, but give it 3 more weeks. You're gonna have deer towers, you're gonna have food plots, you're gonna have everything set up. I might even drive you to the stand or let you use my electric buggy.
Those are probably guys that already have a place to hunt.
Well, yeah, they do. They got their own leases,
Those
but
guys that didn't have a place to hunt, they'd want to talk about it at least.
yeah.
But look at it. Look at this corn. This corn was planted the 3rd week of June, and that's a good ear with a decent second ear. That's been germinated. It obviously didn't all germinate at the same time, because then I got to pour one there. But I've spotted 3 ears, and I never had 3 ears in. Here's one that's trying to make 3 ears. Oh no, this is 4 ears. 1, 2, 3. It was trying to make a 4th ear right there. Yeah. So I never did that. So the dirt is so much better here than it was in Southern Illinois. And next year, with proper timing, it'll be good.
Yeah. Well,
this will all come in. I put a little more brassica in here to.
I'm glad I was going to go to Illinois 2 days ago, but Phil and I talked. We're talking food plotting, and he said there's a chance of rain Wednesday. And I looked on the Weather Channel. I'm like, it's like 12%. And he's like, well, I've been watching a local gal that seems to have a better grip on it. So I said, all right, I'm going to do food plotting for 2 days. I'll roll the dice. And sure enough, here we are Wednesday. We were working on my buggy in his shop. Boom, we each got downpours. And we live like, what, 30 miles apart as the crow flies?
Yeah, technically we're like 29 miles apart.
I mean, I'm glad now. I got, I don't know how many I got in the ground now. At least 5.
Listen to me.
Yeah, sometimes. I listened. I did.
That's why you had success, is because you listened to me.
listened.
You don't always listen to me, but you have success when you do listen to me.
It was, when you're playing with Mother Nature, I've been burned so many times that you just don't know.
Mother Nature is a fickle, and weathermen are trying to predict the future. So it is tough, and then we got to rely on them. So you got to watch every single weather forecast you can and see what the average is.
All right, let's see.